Woomba! This is Manhattan.
And my name is Pish.
My name is Serge.
We are
Kakkmaddafakka.
and we are here at the Rock am Ring, and we're with Berlin
Music TV.
Yes, Berlin Music TV. Watch it.
You know, Rock am Ring and Rock im Park is not the first German festival that you guys played. You also been to Hurricane, Southside, and
Dockville.
Immergut Festival too, right?
Yes, last year.
Dockville Festival,
Dockville.
Melt Festival.
Can you pick one favorite festival of the German one so far?
I gotta say Rock am Ring is great because we like rock music. Also Melt Festival, really great. We really want to come back there one day, but I don't think they want us back. I don't know why.
How's that?
Well, we have played there 2 times, so maybe they're tired of Kakkmaddafakka.
All right, you already mentioned that your next album is yet to come.
6 months is a long time. 28th of June.
You guys produced your last album with the help of frontman of Whitest Boy Alive.
True.
Did he do that third album again?
He produced 6 months is a long time also, yes. Erlend Øye, the name. He's a great guy, great producer. Serge?
He's a great producer.
Okay, so yesterday I saw my first personal Kakkmaddafakka gig.
Did you like it?
Oh, I thought it was great, you know.
What do you think about the background dancers? Did you like them?
The background dances were pretty great, but I also enjoyed the music, of course.
Of course.
Mainly.
Dankeschön, dankeschön.
Okay, so anyway, your music is often described as a mixture of, you know, rock and disco, R&B, house, funk, and I'm not sure if I didn't even name all those genres.
Yeah, you're right.
So also, you know, in music literature, your music is often described as a walk through the world of pop music.
Okay, that's kind.
Barely missing any styles or genres.
Yes, you're right. It's not a goal for us to have all these genres, just what we like. You know, we are not having a list of all the stuff we need to do. It's not how it works, but we like to have variation in our music.
Is your new album gonna follow that same spirit as the last two, or was there the question whether you should maybe do some changes in style?
No, the new album is very variated, but we don't use a lot of instruments. We use only piano, guitar, drums and bass.
No cello this time?
No cello. But we have one song with strings, with like an orchestra.
And yeah, it just sums up what we have been like into the last now 3 years almost. So it's just music that we think are really good.
Yes. And songs. We are really interested in songwriting, and that's what we do basically.
All right, I think it was in February when you initially introduced that new album under the name of Young.
True.
Were you guys still thinking about the decent title at that time?
We were thinking about calling it Young, or we decided that we were going to call it Young. But then Young was a little bit too easy, you know. The album deserved a little bit deeper title, a little bit more pretentious title.
At that time, where you initially introduced that album, were you guys still writing songs, or were they all done by February?
It was all done by then.
Yeah,
but
it was still in the mixing. But,
with the Young name, it was a big debate in the band about if it should be Young or if we should try something else. And but I think the new name is much better.
So do you think it's harder to do the recording itself, or to decide whether what the right running order is and the decent title?
The recording is the hardest part, and the mixing. That's really tiring and extremely difficult. if you want to do something difficult in your life, try to record an album and make it good. It's really hard.
I will think about taking that chance maybe later. So the first song that you introduce, No Song,
Yes.
I thought it was quite a decent song, so why would it be named No Song?
Well, it's a great song, but the song is about saying no. And it's inspired by my life, because I decided in 2011 that 2011 should be my year of no. And since then, every year has been a year of no. Because I used to be a yes man, but now I'm a no man. And I think it's better to be a no man.
Excuse me. But who's in that focus of your statements that you make within that song?
Pardon, I don't understand the question.
So is there anybody in the special focus in this song?
Anyone in particular I'm saying no to? No. It's just in general, annoying people. That's trying to... it's just... It's not even inspired by one incident, you know. It's like just a general typical shit. And trying to paint a picture of how it is and when to say no.
I had a quick check on the new album, and as well as your last albums, your music often is rather more, I would say, session-like instead of those strict arrangements. Is that related anyhow to the way you create that music?
You just ask Axel that question.
Do you... I don't understand the question. The question is...
You know, the music that you're playing live often sounds more like session, improvisation thing, rather than strict arrangements.
Well, that's interesting, because everything is very strict arranged.
Really?
Yes. But within a strict arrangement, you have a lot of freedom also. You understand this?
And it's when it comes to arrangements, if you arrange something to not sound strict, you know, that's a way of arrangement as well, you know.
We arrange it so that it doesn't sound arranged.
I got you on that one. But is that related to the way you create your music and record it?
It's two different hats. You have one live hat and you have one recording hat. And then you also have one hat when you make the songs. And it's all different approaches. So when we have, first we make a song, and then if we're gonna record it, we arrange it for recording. And then when we're gonna do it, or if we're gonna play it live, we arrange it for live. And sometimes the difference between recording it and playing it live, it's no difference, but on other songs it's a big difference, because live music is a different art than recording an album. Is also a different art, and you have to manage both.
So you guys don't have a strict decision that you say we indeed record our songs by just you know, taping the sessions that we do, or while we are jamming, or we are doing it track by track?
We are always recording it live, but that doesn't mean that it's not arranged. Everyone knows exactly what they're going to play, and we do it over and over again until we get a good take. Doing it track by track, like laying it up like you said, is also working, but the big problem with this is you lose the magic a lot of the times, and you end up sounding like boring. If you manage to get this one good take and then pop on vocals and stuff on that, we find that you have a bigger chance of getting magic, and we always look for the magic.
Okay, talking about your residence, Bergen, Norway.
Yes.
You know, reading Kakkmaddafakka articles often deal with that new Bergen wave phenomenon.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
To give the German fans an idea, can you like give us a short brief about what that phenomenon is about, when it started?
Oh, it's just like if you sum it up, it started way back in the 70s, actually, 60s even, and people or even with Edvard Grieg, and people have just been good at making music consistent.
I think one of the reasons why you get the Bergen wave, when Bergen is so huge in music in Norway, is because it's the second largest city and it seeks independence from the rest of Norway. So you need to find your own way around, and not be like stuck in Oslo and the music capital there, because Bergen is its own thing. It's far from Oslo, and it has its own identity in a way, like Barcelona.
It's like an own country in a way.
Yeah.
And it goes back hundreds of years. You know, the first Norwegian pop star was called Ole Bull.
Yeah.
And he was from Bergen, and he was a viola player. He traveled the world. He traveled to America. He became a really big pop star there. He bought a big part of America and made it into a mini Norway in America.
He bought America?
He bought a big chunk of America and called it, I don't have the name. Do you remember the name?
I don't remember the name.
It's still there.
Yeah.
And then after this we have the big composer Edvard Grieg, also from
he was a friend of Ole Bull, just like Alan Øye, you know, is a friend of us.
He was also a great star, and still is one of the best composers ever lived. And then, well, was kind of quiet for a couple of 50 years or something, and then we got the 60s, you know, the rock movement. A lot of great musicians started to pop out from Bergen, and since then it's just been good music. And in our generation we talk about Röyksopp, we talk about King's Convenience, we talk about the New Wine, Megaphonic Drift, Costu Kids, Young Dreams, you know, Annie, so many great artists, and all from Bergen.
Did Kakkmaddafakka also already pick a country you guys might want to buy once you get to that point?
Totally, you know, we've been looking at Potsdam outside of Berlin. Great place. I really fancy that place. So if I'm gonna buy something in close to Berlin or in Berlin, I'll probably move to Potsdam.
Well, you guys are gonna be back in October, right?
Yeah.
19th of October we'll be in Kolumbihalle.
Okay, so I mean the German government is in Berlin. Maybe you can strike a deal then in order to get Potsdam.
Probably.
We're trying to do that all the time.
That would be fun.
I study some politics also, so I have my connection into Angela Merkel.
Angela, if you see this, we are really keen on meeting you.
Yes. We are really interested in how much we can buy Potsdam for.
Yeah.
Why exactly Potsdam?
Because
Have
it's so
you been
nice.
Well, of course I have been there.
It's very nice in Potsdam.
Okay.
Yes.
Got the lake, you even got the castle.
It's clean
and it reminds us of Bergen, because Bergen has sea on every corner you see. It's sea and mountains, and then Potsdam has a river, and that's nice.
And that's, you know, we love Berlin. We always say we love Berlin, and we do. We have a lot of friends there, and we recorded 6 months is a long time in Berlin. But the only thing we miss when we are in Berlin is the sea.
Yeah.
Because we are sea people. You know, we used to smell the freshness of the sea, and this we miss a little bit in Berlin.
I think you're speaking of the mind of a lot of people in Berlin, because they often describe it as the city to be, except for that one thing that the sea is missing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is truly only the one thing.
And that's the only thing, and you know, we really love it. But I always, when we get back to home to Bergen, I always remember, yeah, we got the sea.
But you know, we got the Spree River. Maybe you can get used to that.
Yeah, you know, maybe we will try.
Okay, you guys have been around for almost 10 years now.
Yes.
Are you gonna keep on touring or just make a stop and celebrate?
We're gonna do this album now, and we're gonna play the hell out of that, and we're gonna make sure a lot of people becomes fans of Kakkmaddafakka. And other than that, we're just gonna have a time of joy, and that's our goal here in life, to praise God and have time of joy.
You have to continue as long as you can do better, you know. As long as you can do better, you have to continue. The day you can't do it better, then you'll reach your goal.
So as far I can see it, that you guys will have a whole lot of new German fans by the end of this year, because only in Germany you got another 15 gigs to come.
Yes. We can't wait for October and the big tour.
But you're not playing that many gigs in every European country, do you?
Yeah, we're gonna do some in Spain also.
And France.
Towards France.
And of course the Netherlands as well, we're gonna pop by.
But Germany, you're right, it's one of our number one countries, and it's a lot of reasons. Germany is one of the best countries in the world when it comes to...
Tell that to Angela Merkel when you meet her.
Yeah, you know, Angela, we are really impressed about how you run your country. Everything is working great. You got great festivals, you got great cities, you got great people, and keep on doing what you're doing. And I'm sure Germany, you know, the whole of Europe is determined on Germany. You know, we can't count on the English anymore.
No, it's
they're just shit. And you know, Norway are just spoiled shit people, except the Bergen people. And of course the north of Norway people, they are always great. Sweden is, you know, I'm half Swedish. I love Sweden, but yeah, I don't want to get into that. But Germany is really doing good. Also Denmark is doing good. They won the Eurovision, and they have a great sense of humor in Denmark.
Yeah, it's also the most happiest people in Europe, in the world actually.
Not the Germans.
Yes,
and the Danish.
Okay. And they
the
also,
Germans are the best.
The Danish are the ones that have most sex of all people in the world.
That is an interesting fact.
I know.
Perfectly to round out the interview.
Yes.
All right, we see you in Potsdam, Berlin, whatever. For now, we're still here at the Rock am Ring Festival.
Yeah.
I got one last question for you guys. We like to ask our guests what their personal recommendations for this year's lineup would be. So.
Okay. Mine is clear. Mine is pretty clear too.
What's yours?
I'm gonna see Clutch.
Clutch?
I really want to see Clutch. Yeah, I heard they're great. I've never seen them before, but one of my best friends loves them, so I'm gonna see them.
They were in Berlin in January, and they are great, I can tell you.
I hope so.
I'm gonna say two things, and I'm gonna say my friend Leslie.
Leslie Cleo?
Yes, she's playing now. And then, I never seen her live, but I've heard her music. It's pretty cool, and she has a boyfriend that is really cool. Yeah. She's also a friend.
Second recommendation?
Second recommendation for me has to be Phoenix, because really big. Yeah, they are just great, I think.
What's your recommendation?
I would go first of all Phoenix. I love the Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix album. I think that's one of the greatest records made in this 10-year period that we're in now. And I don't have had the time to listen to the new album that much, but I've heard it's great. So I'm looking forward to Phoenix, and of course the Prodigy. Gotta say Prodigy.
Back you up on Prodigy.
Okay, guys.
Good. And also Killers. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit of a Killers fan. What they do is impressive. They make them hits, you know.
We'll see about that later on today.
Human or are we dancer? You know.
Guys, excuse me. We gotta stop now. Thanks so much for sharing some time with us.
High five.
High five. Thanks, guys.
Berlin Music TV.
See you in October.
Yeah.